Hey guys, welcome back. Imagine turning heads at your next accessory event with a fascinator that you created at home. This DIY will show you how to make a unique piece of art that will fit your style in an elegant way that is not crafty. So you're going to feel like a real milliner after this video is over. So stick around to get inspired at the art of making fascinators. So this piece is really stunning with this emerald green base and the feathers. I call it the regal emerald. I have a supply list for you. All this will be in the description below with links to make it easier for you to go and purchase those if you don't have any of these materials at home. But a lot of these materials I had at hand, so I'm going to be using and trying to recycle things to make this craft for you. So I have this beautiful green velvet fabric that I'm going to be draping over this green teardrop piece, and this is going to create the base of the fascinator. So I need something to be able to attach all the embellishments to. So this is how I'm going to create that. Now I just almost like upholstering this small piece of foam with this green velvet. So any fabric you have will do, but a more luxurious fabric is better. You'll want to cut an additional piece out of that fabric that will mimic the back shape of this, so that later on when we go to attach the headband, we can cover all that up so that you don't see any of that mess and everything looks clean and tidy. Now to prepare the embellishments for this, I'll be using this black fabric spray paint, and so depending on what color of the items that you purchase, you might not need to do this, but since I'm recycling the things that I have at home, I will be adding this on. The horsehair braid does normally come in white, and this product it takes on the spray paint of the fabric quite easily. Now I will also spray paint this headband, and then I set everything aside to dry. Now it's time to put everything together. So first I'm going to start by hot gluing my horsehair braid to the bottom of the fascinator on the ugly side of that base, I guess you would say. And then I'm going to show you with green arrows where I'm going to sew this and attach this in different points. And so essentially I'm going to be looping it back around on itself several times and adhering it to this base like that. And then I'm going to add also in this deco mesh tubing so that I can wrap that around with this. So we have our first fold and then sewn. I have my second fold and then I sewn it as well, and then my deco mesh tubing, I'm literally just kind of running it around with this deco mesh as I'm sewing it into place, back and forth in this kind of wave pattern. The deco mesh, I'm going to finish it out on both sides. At the back I kind of did like a heart shape, and on the front I did this little loop, and then finally I will attach the horsehair braid to the underside of that base. To the front of my fascinator, I'm going to go ahead and add some of these black fascinator feathers. I'm just going to create a little bundle of them and attach them to the front, and then we're going to place our headband to the bottom, hot glue that in place, and remember that piece of fabric we cut out, we're going to go ahead and cover up all that messy looking glued stuff, and we're going to place that nice piece of fabric over that, so that now you have a very nice structured piece that's all finished as well. So I think that this turned out really beautiful. I'm excited to share it with you, and I'd love to hear what you think. The second piece, this blushing rose piece, is also quite beautiful. Here's a supply list for that as well, and I have all those linked in the Amazon description list for you. Now for this piece, the foam cylinder that I have here is actually kind of a conical cylinder, and so you don't actually if you can find this, that's great. Otherwise, you can just use a regular cone and just cut the top off so that you have the height that you would like. Then you're going to take that horsehair braid and you're going to sew it down the middle. Use a zigzag stitching pattern so that way it has some flexibility and mobility as well. Then we're going to take the bottom of our base and we're going to go ahead and start hot gluing that horsehair braid around in a circle to the base, and then I use the straight pins to help secure that in place as I'm doing that. And this way you have a way to continue with the hot gluing while that is staying secure as well. You really will need both. And just a side note, because my foam was green, I went ahead and painted it, but the foam that I have linked for you in the Amazon card is white, so you can go ahead and skip that step if you get that type of foam instead. But you want to make sure that it's white, because when you go ahead and apply the fabric, you want to make sure that anything sticking through is not going to be visible. I took a nice strip of this beautiful white type fabric that I had from another project, so I just cut a little piece off so that I could use it for this, and I just twist it and wrap it around this foam base to cover it. Now the first wrap around is just going to be to cover it, so nothing fancy, just wrap it tight. And then the second time that I go around on the side, I try to create a little bit of a loop on, so that it kind of mimics somewhat of a petal coming off of the side. So I just kind of puff it up a little bit and then secure it with hot glue, and I continue that the entire way around. Then I'm going to go to the top of the rose to finish out the piece, and to do that you create a little bit of a knot and you wrap that around on itself to create somewhat of the center piece of the rose. Glue that in place, and then I use a straight pin down the center to secure it. And then I'm going to continue in that same pattern to create what looks like petals. So you gather up a little small loop and then you secure it into place with the hot glue, and you just continue to do that, wrapping around that until you cover the entire top surface of the foam. You can add additional straight pins as needed to any of the areas that you need to secure a little bit tighter, and then I just go through and fluff it up to make it look more like a flower. Now we're going to finish off this edge, and to do that we're going to take a little piece of that satin ribbon and we're going to fold it over here, and then we're actually going to roll that edge up into a comb. But first I place a pin through the bottom so that way I can secure it into the side of the foam once it's rolled over on itself. Then to make that a little bit more decorative, I add this little bit of pearl ribbon just down the center, just adding these small touches of embellishments here and there, just going to give it a little bit more elegance. And these small details, when you're looking at it, especially up close, just give it a very finished touch appearance and make it really quite special. I just add in a couple feathers, and then I take a nice bead here from this necklace strand. It's a broken necklace, so I use it for crafting, just to add that straight pin to the center of my rose, give it a little bit more sparkle. And then I'm going to also add in some sparkle to the side of where I put the feathers in by taking one of these crystal type ornaments that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to apply that almost like these are little leaves off of our flower. And so I then put our headband on and secure it like I did before, and we have a finished piece. And I think that it turns out so elegant, it's so beautiful, it's understated even, but it's quite nice, and I really am pleased with the way that these turned out. And so stick around for part 2, where I'll show you how to make this fascinator that I have with my little girl, as well as a really cool black structural piece that you're going to be very surprised to find out what I actually made that out of. And so I hope that you enjoyed today, and I hope to see you next week for our part 2. Bye for now.